Hi, my name is Kobe. I'm from Australia and I'm 20 years old. And so when I was praying about what I should share with you guys today, I really felt like God was telling me to really just share what's been on my heart lately, what I've been processing, what I've been speaking to Him about a lot in this season. So firstly, I want to go to Exodus chapter 3, verse 11 and 12. And so in this chapter, God is actually speaking to Moses and saying, Moses, I want you to go into Egypt. I want you to free the Israelites from Pharaoh. And so it says, Moses said to God, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt? And God said, I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you, that is I who have sent you. So there's a few things that really stand out to me when I read these verses that I want to share with you. And firstly, it's Moses asks God, who am I? And what really strikes me about this is God doesn't answer this question by just affirming Moses and his character. Because a lot of the times when we hear this from someone, our first reaction is, oh, I need to affirm them. I need to say, oh, you're so great. What do you mean? You're capable of this. You're so smart. You're so strong. But God doesn't do this. He doesn't say, Moses, you're so smart. You're so strong. You're so nice. You can do this. Go. I'll wait here. You got this. Don't worry. Because whether this was true or not, whether Moses was all these things, God knew that this wouldn't be enough. That actually Moses needed God to be with him to fulfill this task. So what I really love about these two verses here is that the question of who am I is actually answered by where am I? Because when we are with God, when we are residing in God, when we are resting in Him, when we are walking with Him, we know exactly who we are. You know, I know exactly who I am because I am secure in Him and who He is in me. And I think that we all have these situations in our lives where we have a certain event or a certain situation where we think, God, who am I to do this? There's no way that I can do this. And God always answers with, I am with you. And so this is what I really wanted to focus on today, was this aspect of being with God. Because yes, God is always with us. He is always protecting us. But I think there's a step further that we can go, that we can be intentional in inviting Him into everything that we do. When we wake up every day, we can say, God, would you be with me today? Would you walk with me? Would you help me in everything that I have to do? Before any activity, before we go to school, before we go to work, we can say, God, walk with me. I want to invite you into everything that I have to do. Would you speak to me? Would you guide me? And what actually happens when we do this is we begin to enjoy life with Him. Because at the end of the day, that's really what He wanted, isn't it? He wants to be in relationship with us. He wants to love us, and He wants to enjoy everything that we enjoy. Because I think a lot of the time, we can often get caught up in doing things for God, which of course we all know we should do things for God. It's an amazing thing that we should want to spread the gospel. We should want to teach people about Jesus and who He is. But a lot of times when we just get caught up in doing good works for Him, we actually forget about Him. And we forget that our number one priority is our relationship with Him and being close with Him and ministering to His heart. Because good works alone don't sustain us. And I think something that God was really highlighting to me with these verses was that the difference between doing something just for Him and doing something with Him was the difference between a servant or a son or a daughter. Because a servant will do things for their master, and a lot of the times will be disconnected or do these things because they have to, not because they really love what they're doing or love their master. But a son or a daughter will do things for their father because they love them. And then the Father will help them in these things, will teach them through these things. Because being with Him means being intimate, it means being close, it means being discipled and being taught in everything that we're doing. And something that God spoke to me personally recently that I think really relates to this was, He said, put down your shields and watch me protect you. And this was something really strong that God spoke to me. He said, put down those walls that you have that you use to protect yourself. And this was a decision that I had to make to obey God in that, to let Him in and to be vulnerable and to trust that He would protect me, that He would walk with me, and that He would love me through everything that I have to do. And so finally, I just wanted to quickly go to 1 John chapter 4, verse 16. And it says, and so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. I think this really wraps everything up really well with this key aspect of love, that we can walk with Him and walk in love. And it really shows how God wants to be with us because He wants to live in us, and He does live in us. It's just on how we can be intimate with God, we can walk in love, and we can show that to people. And that's how we can really end up doing things for God, and we can spread the gospel, showing people our relationship with Him. And so I just really want to finish to pray for you guys, and I really hope that God spoke to you with this and you can receive from it and learn from it and begin to walk with Him more. God, I just thank you so much because you are always with us and you always want to be with us, God. I just thank you so much for your love, how much you just want to always be close with us, God. I just want to ask, God, that you would help us to be more intentional with inviting you into everything that we do. I want to ask that you bless every single person watching this right now, that you would just give them a deeper revelation of what it means to be with you more and to invite you into everything that they do and surrender things to you, God. In Jesus' name. So yeah, as I said before, I hope this blessed you and you received something from it. And I hope you tune in next time, and maybe we'll see you soon. Bye.